Monday, July 11th, 2016. This is Maelstrom Radio.
Maelstrom Radio. With your hosts, Flex and Shinter.
And welcome everybody to Maelstrom Radio. Welcome everybody to Maelstrom Radio. Way to fuck it up in the first. What happened? We were gone for one day.
Good night.
Ugh. Anyway, episode 5. Hi. We're back. We took last Monday off, which was a holiday for us in America, but not so much for Canada, which Shin is from.
We had ours back on Friday.
Yeah, so we would have done a show. It's mostly because my little puppy, a.k.a. Greg, is unfortunately very tiny, and it was his very first 4th of July, and where I live in my community is also very close to where the township does their big firework. So please forgive me for taking that night off, but I had a puppy I was his hero for the night, so I hope you understand.
I can't remember what I was doing, but I'm pretty sure that I was busy as well and couldn't make it. So
Yeah, it was I mean, a lot of
did
people.
not work out for any of the hosts that weekend.
It's okay. It's okay. We did it. So, how's it going? How are you?
Busy. Had a whole bunch of stuff going on. Haven't had a chance to even get in the game a whole lot recently. Yeah, it's just been crazy nuts for the last couple weeks, and slowly have another couple weeks to go still, and then should start toning down a little bit. Maybe get back into the game. How about you? Apart from like crazy puppy going nuts because fireworks, world's end.
Good. Not bad. I mean, we're here. We're alive. We got more people into the FC. And by more people, I mean friends who
We're almost 50.
who finally gave up that WoW crack and decided to. Yeah, they are. They are almost 50. 49. They're finishing up their last leg of the 2.0 quest line. Don't. You know, keep going. Can't go straight to Evansford. But it doesn't take long. It seriously does not take long to go from 2.0 to 2.55. If you hustle.
Just show them like Sephiroth and Nidhogg and stuff, and then they'll just do it all.
Oh yeah, I mean they'll hit Ravana, so they'll be. I mean,
That's
first solo duty you go into besides Raban, which is fantastic. You get to go. You do the old Ravana. And you get to see the Sky Whale, so they do tease you, Bismarck.
True, but like there's also still the whole 2.0 to 2.55 quest lines that they have to get through, which aren't maybe quite as interesting as some of the level 60 stuff that we're going through.
True.
At least maybe not to them.
Well, one of them.
Had the very exciting adventures last night in Orem Vale.
Oh God, yeah, good old Orem Vale. It's so pretty there. It's full of gold. I remember when I first saw the quest for Orem Vale, and I was like, oh, it's full of gold. Like the quest was like something gold. I was like, oh, there's treasure in there. I was like, no, it's puddles of golden bile. That's delightful.
Golden bile.
From the makers of Picori Sweat. Pocari Sweat? Pocari Sweat. Golden Bile. I drink it.
Mm,
Pocari Sweat just tastes like lemon lime soda, so, you know.
yeah, I can't say that I had a chance to go and try. I'm slightly disappointed.
Find a local comic shop, I'm pretty sure they'll sell it. Or, you know. Donkatron in chat, the Queen stuff was cool between 2.0 and Heaven's Word. It was. I think that yeah. Well, we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Yeah, it was. It was the whole wanting Ul'dah to become a republic versus a monarchy was a cool idea. It was very Games of Thrones, very very GOT. Get in there.
You die, and you die.
Yeah.
How about death for you?
My bae. For first bae, Moonbrita. New bae, probably Krile.
I don't know. Isn't it that whoever gets introduced in 3.4 is probably dying in 3.5?
That's well,
Because we have Mumbrita as president.
well, I don't know. My heart would be broken if they hit the mongrel. What's her name? I was just looking her up the other day too. Dang, I had her up. Look at me looking through all my notes and I forget her name. I suck. She is the half Elezen, half high here in Ishgard. She is
Hilda?
yes, Hilda. If I had to be in a weird Hilda Krile sandwich, what happened? It's only 5 minutes in the show. What happened?
Welcome to
What? No. Well,
Storm Radio. There we go.
there we go. Welcome to Maelstrom Radio. The Novice Network is hosting us, so let's big thanks to the Novice Network. They're probably going to stop hosting us. Well, there it goes. So,
It's nice while we're here.
yeah, right. So a little bit of news. We have not a lot of Final Fantasy 14 news, other than the Deep Dungeon is released in 8 days and counting. I am super excited. They were not prepared. Threw them into Titan. They fell. They did fall. And well, can't wait for Deep Dungeon because it's just gonna be a bunch of
Well, we're like just over a week until the Deep Dungeon stuff is released, so I'm sure we'll touch on it more next show, but it's coming. Bad things are gonna happen.
Apparently, I keep cutting out. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on.
You sound fine on my end, so I'm not sure, especially considering you're the one that's streaming all of this. So I'm just
Yeah,
on
on my end, I have 0 frames dropped. If I'm dropping, you may want to like refresh Twitch because Twitch, if you're not partnered, you don't get the best connection sometimes on your. It's unfortunate. What the hell's that voice? I gotta stop that voice. I don't like it. Maybe start doing Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Or do like a nice animated otter.
Animated otter. Or it'd probably be the same thing. Gonna get
It'll work.
now. I'll get sued by Disney. We did it. We did it, guys. So, and our next bit of news is not. It's Final Fantasy news, but it's not Final Fantasy 14 news, but it's news nonetheless, and I'm gonna talk about it. A certain mobile game just came out recently, and it's I think it's fantastic. And it's not Pokemon Go, it's Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Although I am playing Pokemon Go as well. But yeah, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius came out, and it's a lot of fun. I dig it. I actually like it more than Record Keeper. Record Keeper to me is just boss battles. It's just fights.
Yeah, I tried it for a little bit. Couldn't get into it too much. Lots of loading screens and such. But I've been playing Xvius for a while.
Well,
It's a little addicting.
I legit spent like an hour and a half like sitting. I was like, all right, oh, the exploratory missions, okay. And it feels great. I like the writing so far. I'm pretty sure I'm Rain. Like, I went to go fight Siren. He's like, wait a minute. He's like, it doesn't matter if she's maiden or monster as long as she's as long as she's good looking. Last one's like famous last words. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, Brave Exvius is a lot of fun. You can add us as friends. We'll tweet out our numbers. If you're playing Brave Exvius, add us. You can use our. It's pretty cool. You max out your characters pretty quick in that game. You boost them up. And then you kind of like Call of Duty them, or you reset your levels, but you're a little more powerful, and then you level up again, and you do it again.
Awakening.
Yeah. You awaken yourself. So take that for what it is, but it's fun. It's you go on missions. There are some exploratory missions, so you get that classic Final Fantasy roaming around. Monsters pop up and attack you, sort of thing.
That's a nice like 8-bit style interface. Like
I like it.
Goes back. It's not quite 8-bit, but it
like 16-bit maybe, like NES.
Yeah, it's that nice pixely.
The SNES era. It's got like characters from all over the whole Final Fantasy series. So, if your favorite's not in there yet, they will be, I would assume. So far,
There's quite a few in there right now.
Yeah, there's a good chunk in it. Actually, log in now. I think you have until maybe the 21st. I think 10 more days, and you get the bonus tier pack, which gives you a bunch of stuff. Gives you a couple characters. It gives you a bunch of friend tokens you can use to summon. It gives you summoning tickets. It gives you a bunch of stuff. Gil, like it's just worth it just to go, even just download it just to, mess around. It's one of those games where you're on break at work or on lunch and you want to play something that's Final Fantasy oriented. I would say do that one.
Just watch your time a little bit. I have noticed that it's like, oh hey, that's 2 hours later.
Yeah. Another Final Fantasy 15 news, even though we're Final Fantasy. Light on Final Fantasy 14 news, but we feel that if you're watching us, you're probably into Final Fantasy. The third episode of the Final Fantasy 15 anime is out. It covers, I forget his name because it's not a game that's out yet, so I'm not going to know everybody's name, which sucks. It's about Ignis, and it was released 2 days ago, and you guys can go check it out. It's on YouTube, it's on Crunchyroll, and I think that's about it. Unless there's some third, probably on a website someplace. And check out, just go to FinalFantasy15.com. I'm pretty sure there's a website with all the things. So
I'll also throw a link in the Twitch chat for those around.
Thank you. So, all right. You got any other tidbits? Anything else going on?
Nope, not that I can think of. We got no more Final Fantasy stuff coming.
No, I'm playing through the tutorial of Explorers, which is essentially Monster Hunter on the Final Fantasy side of things. I have to add you on that, so we can.
Are you only through the tutorial?
Yeah, I'm through the tutorial. I suck. I had so many other I have so many 3DS games. I was playing Yokai Watch, which I may be seriously the only person in this freaking damn community that's played a Yokai Watch. And like other people are like, "What the fuck is that sperm thing?" I'm like, "I know what it is. I'm the only asshole in this community that's played Yokai Watch." So, if you want to know what it is, it's essentially Pokemon. So, it's all right. It's essentially Pokemon if Pokemon were all demons, but not demons.
But like, come on, Yokai Watch does not have this awesome new mobile game that just came out that lets you capture Pokemon in real life.
No, but they do have a yokai that's got a pomp. One fucking yokai is just an ass. It's like a butt. It's just a big butt. It's just a butt. It's like makes fart. Like it talks through its butt mouth.
Is this one of the ones coming in the crossover?
I hope. I hope we get Butt Minion. Oh man, that was so great. I almost made you spill water all over yourself, didn't I?
That would have been bad.
Ah, it's so great. Butt water. All right, let's keep going. With 3.35 coming up in a few days, it got me thinking about what is beyond 3.35, right? We know it's the deep dungeon, but story-wise, we're caught up at this point, and everything was written in as the Dragon Song War has ended. It's officially over. Where do we go? Ishgard is united. The dragon and the man are together once again. um, we have some loose, but we do have some loose ends. We have some loose ends in Ul'dah. We have loose ends because the monarchy's not really ruling that place. It's the money rules, which is
Well, we also have a couple storylines still to tie up too. There's Estinian who kind of wandered away, but we hinted at that he'd still be around, and we have the quest line with what's her name, Alfie's sister. She kind of popped in towards the end there as well. So there's a couple little loose ends that they're slowly starting to
with Thancred. We have the Warriors of Darkness, and when first of all, we talked about this before, but why the fuck did we throw that? Like, we'll get into that. I'm gonna Donatron, Alamigo, and the Warriors of Light. I think it's gonna. Yes, I do believe in 4.0 is where we're going as Alamigo. I don't think we'll see no, I don't think we'll see Alamigo now. I think we'll start kind of like how we did in 2.5 and 2.55. We had that interaction with Ishgard, but we never stepped foot across the steps of fate. I think it's going to be the same situation where we'll maybe take over there's a processing plant, kind of like the cerulean processing plant. There is or like a castrum. There's another castrum near Alamigo, I believe. So if to me it would be like, all right, cool, help out Ul'dah, get things straightened there. Go meet up with Yida and Papalimo and go take over that castrum or a processing plant. I forget, it's one of the two things, and go there and get in and set up base to go into Alamigo and go check it out and see what we're doing.
They also have the option, like Alamigo was taken. It was the Garlean Empire that took them over, right?
Yes.
So there's also the possibility that we don't even get to go to the city as a city itself. Like it could be a dungeon or a raid or something along those lines as well. Like the city could be destroyed and we have to take it back or something.
Yes, please.
But then as well, we have to look at like where would be the next major city be. Like, I honestly don't know my Final Fantasy lore that well, so I don't know of any other cities nearby. But are there any sort of other staging areas almost that we could use to take back?
We'd have to build one. Like that would be like over the patches we start building up like an outpost or a major city.
That would be awesome for 3.4 and 3.5. As the story goes on, we start building the area that we will use as our outpost for the next expansion.
Yeah. That would be my idea. Doing it, guys. Make it like you think after 20 plus MMOs I know how to someone hire me. I may know how to make a good MMO at this point. I think I have the secrets. But all right, well, let's look at yeah, right. All right, but let's look at like something we've been doing lately with the FC, which is the Aquapolis. We've been running a lot of the Aquapolis. In fact, we have to go and run some more because it's damn fun and we have extra maps now. So,
possibly after this.
Yes. So one thing we noticed about the Aquapolis, which I love, is that the floors can be as simple as, all right, we just have to kill these 3 sets of monsters, and we'll keep going. Or we have to kill these 3 sets of monsters and a Cyclops. Oh, and the treasure goblin popped. Kill it. Remember that one time we got 2 treasure goblins and I didn't know where to go? I was like, just kill one of them. I don't care. Just do it. And you're like, no, we don't.
None of us knew exactly what
I was like, yeah, because everyone was like, what the hell are you doing? Running. Like, because everybody was like, I had hate on everything, enmity. And I was running around, everything was following me, and everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, there's treasure goblins. Well, we lost both of them.
I thought we killed one.
Did we kill one? We did kill one. We only killed one. Oh, there's 2. Could have 2 bags. boy, it is such a blast. I have so much fun, and then to know that the future content is being based off of RNG. Like we want more dynamic content going forward. I'm excited. And I'm saying it with extra S's. I know there's an X in that word, but excited.
Kind of like espresso.
Yes. Why not?
So yeah, what do you think's coming in 3.3, 3.4, 3.5 with all of these sorts of different things coming up?
All right, we'll take it by patch. I would say in 3.4, we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do. If Warring Triad is truly, I think story wise, it's going to be quests. I don't think we're gonna. Maybe we'll get dungeons. And I'm trying to think of what dungeons we haven't gotten. Well, we usually get a new dungeon. We get a new dungeon. Snowcloak would probably be a hard mode dungeon we haven't seen yet. There's one other dungeon, I can't think the name of it. Hullbreaker. Although I think maybe as a popular, we may have the unpopular opinion because I know a lot of people are not happy with Hullbreaker, just because they think it's too much of a rehash and it's a kind of a clusterfuck. And it is. I mean, the first boss is literally a cluster. Like you can't you hold hate. Only certain mobs you can hold hate on. Other ones are stationary. It is essentially like a mass wave fight. Um, so we may be. I mean, I like it. I like because I like Mistbeard's fight. I think Mistbeard would be my only favorite like boss fight out of that. Because I got wrecked by a fucking gorilla the other day.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think that one did bring a couple new mechanics in that were a little bit interesting. And I kind of agree with everyone else. With the other fights weren't really anything that new. There was the first one with the sirens is just literally dodge everything and kill everything, which is no different than usually when you pull ads up into all the trash. And the second one with the snail was a little bit interesting, but again, the mechanics were very rehashed from other fights as well.
I think a cooler mechanic would have been if you separate when he separates out of his shell to attack the shell to break it, or attack him and leave the shell. Like I thought that would have been cool. Like try to destroy the shell and he if you can get it broken or down it in time, like his shell's broken, you could do do more damage to him, or you could try to just attack him and lower his health when he's outside the shell. So. Lasai. But on the flip side, we ended up getting the Racefelger dungeon, Som All, and
Right.
that I like. Like,
No, wait, that's the old one.
is it? Oh man,
Sorakai.
damn it! Stupid
Wrong dragon.
Stupid dragon name. I know there's a whole dragon alphabet out there, and I'm pretty sure if I went and took my time and read through it, I can probably figure out what everything's called in normal words instead of dragon speak. But I like the dragon speak, so I'm just gonna go with it. Sorkai. We had the Pegasus fight, which I liked. It was different room. I liked the path. Still, it was pretty easy. Like I know gear wise we weren't necessarily over geared for it, but I mean content wise, and plus my internet was taking a crap that night, so.
Yeah, it was always ghosting through all the mobs, and suddenly you have to survive.
Yeah, I was like, how come I'm the only guy attacking anything? And then I realized everything caught up, and then I was like, oh jeez, this sucks. There, now I won't miss the damn show. Thanks, Luna. Lunavox, following us now. So yeah, we had the Pegasus fight, and then we had Moglin. Nothing beats Moogle so Moglin to me was just dumbed out. Although we got the song a little bit, like a little remix of the song, so I'll take that. And then we fought Racefelger, and Racefelger was a cool fight. I really enjoyed Racefelger. I like the idea of like, all right, we didn't really know which side he was going to attack from, and there were legit times where it wasn't the fact that I didn't make it off the platform. It was just like it was just RNG. Like literally, he showed up on the other side. I was like, fuck. Well, like it was just like one of those things where I leaped and I was like, no, and I was like.
And part of that's too learning the fight. Like I don't know about you. I think I've only run that dungeon 2 or 3 times so far. I've just been too busy to run anything. But
It's called.
I'm sure as we continue doing it more, it's just going to become second nature, kind of, to do these fights as previous dungeons have as well. Even Nidhogg, which was really challenging when it first came out, and there's lots of people having troubles with it. Now we kind of go into it and dodge, 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 kill everything.
Kill, kill, kill. Yeah. Um, which is, but still though, I mean, even I've done that fight recently, and it's still fun, just a fun fight. Like,
Oh yeah, I still love the fight by all means, but I mean, you get that. It's not muscle memory, but you get that. Just you understand the fight, and you know the patterns of everything. You can just kind of do everything automatically.
and like the little tricks and stuff like that. Like like limit breaking the mobs. If you can get them stacked 3 together, you can get a black mage to hit all 3. Just saying. If you really needed that extra damage push. Pro tips.
We need to add that
Don't.
as a section on the show. Life pro tips with Flatus.
Don't listen to me. Give the worst tips. Then we'll get emails saying like, I wiped. I got killed for my static. Well, find a new static.
Life pro tips with Flatus.
It'd just be like, good asshole. Like put on glass, like put on those like Kanye West glasses, and you're like, good. What the hell happened? Half hour, and I'm talking about Kanye West. Episode 5, all Kanye. What's Kanye West's favorite spice?
Do I want to know?
It's Kanye pepper. I'm done. What?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Donkatron has the best name for your new segment.
Just the tip.
Just the tip with Flatus.
That's about right. Well, you just get like.
And this is the theory of everything.
Yeah, this is the theory. Feels so. Hi, Luna. Welcome to Maelstrom Radio. It's Comedy Mondays here on Twitch. So yeah, that's where we were. 3.4. I truly believe that we need to go resolve what's ever going on in Ulda. We need to. I wanna punch the shit out of that Lalafell. And oh, by the way, anybody listening to this or watching this on YouTube or here live, do me a favor. Fun little thing for next Monday. If you could create a Lalafell and send it to us at show@loottable.net.
Show.
Damn it. That's what happens when you do like 3 fucking shit.
Send us an email with it to show@maelstromradio.com.
That one. Fuck. I'm gonna get this right one day. I do another show on Sunday nights. We talk about general gaming. It's not as... we talked about The Sims last night. I'm so burned. I think that carried over today. I think I'm still on that Sims high. So, yeah, create Lalafells and send it to me. I have an uncanny knack to name Lalafells. Shing. Sparkle. If you even go to our
Since the lollipop killed.
I do not. But I do have an uncanny knack to name Lalafells. I think Lalafells have... I do, as much as they are potatoes, I do enjoy naming them. So, anyway, 3.4. Going back to Ulda, I think we have some issues to deal with there. We definitely want... I mean, Nanamo definitely doesn't still want to... She doesn't want to rule. She wants to give Ulda to the people. It makes sense.
especially now with the Dragon Song War stuff kind of wrapping up a little bit, and the city states are a little bit more stable at this point. She kind of has a little bit better platform to push these changes through.
Yeah, makes sense. We're free now. Robon's out of jail.
And hey, if Ishcard can do it, why can't Ilda?
And we haven't. There's been some people missing that we haven't seen in a while, and may she rest in peace. We the voice actress for Yugiri was murdered, which is very sad. But Yugiri as a character is still alive, and we haven't seen Yugiri. Um, we we definitely haven't seen a lot of. I mean, we've been dealing so much with bringing Ishgard in as a city state back into Eorzea. So we haven't seen much of Nanamo, and we did fight Robon. um, not Nanamo, Nanamo's Yerve. All right, I ain't judging. She may be Robon's bae for all I know. She's like what, 20 something? Older? I don't know. Look like a child. I don't know what's going on anymore. So I think that, and I think what's going to happen is that once, if 3.4 truly ends with, or maybe going into 3.5, it ends with Ul'dah going to its people and being a city-state normal like Limsa, or how Gridania work, or even how Ishgard now works. We solved Ishgard's problems before we solved old school problems. So I think that going forward from there, it's going to be a very straightforward run straight to Ala Mhigo. Now, that's not to say that they could throw a curveball. Maybe we don't go to Ala Mhigo, although all signs point to Ala Mhigo. Uh, I mean, there's other continents. They may not even raise the level cap. If they truly wanted to do something unique, they could say, hey, fuck going to 70 or 65 or whatever. If they really wanted to impress me, they say, hey, listen, we're only gonna bump it up 5 levels, right? But it's gonna take extreme amount of time to get those 5 levels. Like the amount of time it took to get you from 50 to 60 is gonna take you the amount of time it's gonna get you from 60 to 65, which I'd be okay with. Because although mentally people want to see, like, I'm not seeing growth in my character. I don't know. My concern is mostly with ability bloat. Like please, by the time this next, like, grit should just be a thing that's on my character. Like like, I know it's stance dancing and that's an important part, and I get it, but like, for fuck's sake, man, I don't have enough bars. I don't have enough screen space. I have to get it like a 32-inch monitor. Certain have bars for all sorts of crap. But I mean, you got to look at it like, where else would we be going? Like, I mean, we have flying now. Unless we go, I mean, I know some people are like, we're gonna go to the Garlean moon base station. Remember that one time, that one clip where we saw the Garleans and they're on the moon, and it's like, oh, we're going to the moon.
Oh, we also have the whole Doman Empire as well. Like, we took in all the refugees back in was it 2. No, it was before 2.0. Or yeah, it was in 2.0 still. So there's that whole section as well. Like, we haven't seen any of that really since. And there's no real signs that point to it either, but that doesn't mean we couldn't go there. There's almost a chance we can go to the moon and there, and we can go everywhere.
It's true. I don't know if I want to go to the moon. I mean, EverQuest did in their 3rd expansion, but
And then it blew up later.
it did. It did blow up. That's how you get rid of a fucking moon. You blow. I mean, technically, our smaller moon did blow up, and then it was like kind of like a fucking Kinder Egg with a dragon in it, and it kind of fucked everything up.
Away.
Yeah, I did just compare Bahamut's moon to a Kinder Egg, so that's a thing for tonight. Let's see things in our shed of shows. We have the Weeaboo Magic Girl anime, Aqua Gleam Hunter Force. The Kinder Egg Bahamut Moon. What
Which I'd
else?
like to point out, we are now all members of the Aqua Gleam Hunter Force.
Yes, it's true. We did get the everyone in our FC. As long as they're level 60 currently, I think everyone that's 60 in our FC has now gotten the achievement for Aqua Gleam Hunter Force. So we're all magical girls. We did it, guys. Um, what happened? And so go. When you start talking about Aqua Gleam Hunter Force, all I want to do is just talk about Aqua Gleam Hunter Force. It's such a great idea because it would sell so well. Everyone's missing. Like, listen, there's no Sailor Moon. Let's take a hold on Maelstrom Radio real quick. Put that on pause.
Wait. We do have a Sailor Moon. We have the Bahamut Kinder Egg. Go to the moon.
Oh, that's like their ultimate summon. Like they combine all their magic girl powers to summon a Kinder Egg, and it reveals Bahamut. It makes so much sense. I'm not saying that anyone should cosplay, because I don't have the time nor the ability, although I do have a friend, and if I told her that I wanted to dress up as some female called a Hunter Gleam, I forgot the name of them, Aqua Gleam Hunter Force, and I wanted her to create me some sort of magical girl outfit that was like half mermaid, she'd do it. I don't think I'd win the cosplay contest at FanFest because I don't think anybody would. I don't think anybody would get it. I would just show up on stage. What are you exactly? I'm from Aqua Gleam Hunter Force.
You know, if we did it as like a group, then we would totally win.
We would win, and I don't think they. Well, we would. I think. Really, I think they just give it to us out of principle. At that point, they'd be like, "Listen, they put a lot of work and heart and effort into this. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing, but let's give it to them." There's gonna be like a professional cosplayer there, like reviewing us, and be like, "Garuda, Paladin, Black Mage, a group of men dressed as Aqua Gleam Hunter Force," and I don't get that one.
Full sparkle.
And we. What? What would we? What happened? What did we do? No, because someone's gonna demand it on Twitter and be like, "I heard you guys want to dress up like women and win something." Nobody wants to see this dress up as a woman. This is beard. I look like I'm more of a dwarf, if anything.
Donkatron brought up a really interesting thing in chat that probably I don't see happening, but it would be kind of cool. Moon physics.
Like bounding, like our characters can bound.
You know, lower gravity or different. I don't know, different. I guess lower gravity is guessing what he's going at.
That'd be kind of cool.
Increased jumping.
It would make my Magitech feel cooler. Like I could bounce. Yeah, it would be like increased jumping.
It'd be interesting to see what else you could do with that. Like I know games have done like underwater levels and had all of that, but you could do stuff like increased gravity or lots of different physical stuff.
We can't swim.
True.
Well, I don't know if it's that we can't swim, or if Eorzea has a really nifty feature saying like you don't want to touch water. It would make sense. I mean, Limsalem is surrounded with water, but I don't ever see anybody in the water. They're always on boats or near boats.
Playing like the shallow ends.
Maybe we're all wicked witches.
Oh, because we play around in the water in like Costa del Sol.
True.
We're just not out in the deep end.
Anything above 6 feet, we all start to. Well, unless you're one of the tall, an Elzin or an Ara. If you're
Lalafell, you'll puddle.
If you're a Rogadin, you are tall, but you're also very heavy. So you're also very top heavy. So you'd probably flip over and like your little Rogadin feet would be hanging up out of the water, but your head would be under. Little Rogadin feet. Who are we talking about? we sidetracked so hard. 3.5. All right, yeah. So I think Alamigo. I think Alamigo. Unless they, like I said, they want to throw that curveball. I do. The moon would be cool. But that means we'd have to set up like we'd have to be able to get to space. Literally means we'd have to be able to get to space. And I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Also, we don't know. I mean, we haven't really saved our scions yet. We have Thancred, who's going through an emotional state. He doesn't have magic. He's very upset about Minfilia. We have Yustola, who's draining her life force so she can see Aether, so she can actually see. Um, we have little Alfie, who is going through some shit, going through something. I mean, he seems okay now, but he got real touchy there for a second. Um, Alice A was, I don't know. I'm glad she's coming back. I like her. She's spunky. I dig it.
She disappeared and now she's reappeared with Thancred.
Yeah, which is
So rather he saved her ass again.
God. I hope they have like a little fun adventure and we get to go on it with him. He's so great. Trying to think who else. We have Minfilia, who's now the voice of the Mother Crystal.
Yeah, we're still not completely sure what's happened to her. I don't think.
Is she like the metronome now for like she's like God's voice? She's gonna pop a yeah. The metronome. I think it's metronome. Probably whatever. It's been a long day. The thing. She's a thing. She's a puppet creature now. She doesn't.
We also have Tataru.
It's true. She is getting real baller with that needle. She's making people all sorts of cool. Like, also, Thancred's facial hair has changed incredibly since we found him. He got a beard. I don't know what's going on. He's getting a little scraggy. Like, I don't know. He's becoming hermity. Or, not hermity, but... No, not hermity. I would say hermity. He's a little... pervy sage. Almost Oh my god, he's pervy sage from Naruto.
No, I don't think he's quite that.
No?
People still like him.
It's true. Aww. I like pervy sage.
People in the world still like him.
It's fine. So, who am I forgetting?
We have Urianger as well, who's still kicking around, although he seems to have some of these interesting ties with the Asians as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's... Unless he... You know what would blow me up? Like, if it was the fucking Long Con. Like, he knew. Like, they set it up. Like we all knew all the signs were, well, Minfilia was contacted by the Mother Crystal. I'm not necessarily, but Yin and Papa Limo, did they ever say how they escaped?
No, I don't. We just know that they escaped, kind of metagaming. We know that they've escaped, but the characters aren't aware.
D&D or sweet roll, they metagame fucking like D&D. They like the Yin and Papa Limo both rolled 20s back to back, and they like did some backflips and like hopped down. That's not me. I don't get that look. I'm the guy that rolls a 1 and like gently. Oh my god. What just happened?
No idea.
I don't know. Oh, all right. Well.
Oh, we lost our person.
Yeah, we did lose a person. I don't have anyone that can fix that. Well, mercy. I will try to adjust. Hold on a second. I apologize. Anybody watching. Shin, you want to go ahead and give your thoughts on maybe 3.4 and 3.5, and while I adjust screens and whatnots, so I can... Here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna backsplash it, fix it, and come right back. But it's fine. You can keep talking though. People will see you. People will hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the 3.4 and 3.5 stuff coming up. I definitely think we're also going to Alamigo there. There's been a little. I'm not quite sure yet. We definitely have to come and see Y'shtola, or not Y'shtola, Ida and Paplamo. Both of them we're gonna have to get introduced back to and find them again at some point. So I'm not sure if we'll quite get that at 3.4 or 3.5 yet, but at some point we're gonna have to go back and see both of them. So I'm sure that'll happen soon. We'll start getting the quest lines, the stories to bring all the scions back together before 3 or 4.0 hits. it's going to be interesting to see kind of where they take with this as well. Like, there's a lot of small little storylines they can kind of follow. We have the what happened to them after the explosions and how did they escape.
You're so giant. So great. Sweet mercy. I should have
Oh,
back.
now I have a head. You don't have the splash screen up. I'm watching my face go all over now.
I know here. You know what? We're just gonna backsplash it for now. It's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. We're still beautiful. We're still here. Now, well, at least we know what happens. Now I need a backup.
True.
Now I need a backup for that backup. So, it's all episode 6. Fucking get it right. That's episode 6 names. Getting it right. Already got that one bagged in. Sweet mercy. All right. Well, thanks, Skype. I wish you did a better job at not like having dynamic cameras.
GG.
GG. I may have to look into like an alternative camera source, maybe Zoom. There's other things. I'll look into it. I apologize for the cameras. Found out that it is a power issue with our third person who was quiet. Was just calling us so we can set up cameras correctly. But 3-5. So Alamigo, going there. Here's some things that I want to see, and this is where my theory crafting come in. Here's some things I want to see. I want to see EverQuest slash or EverQuest. Here is something I took from all the MMOs I played, and anybody in chat that's ever played more than just maybe World of Warcraft or even just Final Fantasy 14. EverQuest 1 specific, well, even EverQuest 2 had these open world dungeons, which I thought was awesome, and they were sprawling and they were massive, and it was great. Like, it was great when you went down there with friends. It's like you'd go down there for like 20, 30, 40, 50, 3 hours later, you're like, we got loot! Like, but you could run with you can see other parties going through there, and like things would repop, and like you could kill, like, I get like, that's what Deep Dungeon is going for. Like, that's essentially what Deep Dungeon, but I want to see that taken from like where it is, like get it implemented now, but crank it up to 10, maybe 11. Same with Aquapolis. I think that's so cool, and I don't want to see it go away. I would love to see more Aquapolis, like a different Aquapolis, for maybe not call it Aquapolis. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm so used to the name now. Aquapolis 2 Electric Boogaloo. I don't know. Talk about anxiety-driven fun. Because like you go up, you can run up to the door. By the way, Shin is the man who could pick a door and just keep, like, you've led us to door like tier 7 2 times.
Maxed it out.
Curry got us to 6, 5.
5 or 6, yeah.
I got us to 4. Cause you're always got that like, oh, like I anytime I hear oh, it's like, and it's like and I'm like, aw, it's like rainbows, yay! You're like, oh shit, we got it. It was great. Although Carrie did get the has anybody in chat gotten this? Like, I want to know if anyone got a thing where it was, hey, we just got the door that had like all the flashing lights around it. Like, we picked that door to let us through, but is that like an instant, like, hey, pick this door, it's gonna let you? Does anybody know that for sure, or if that's just like, can that sometimes be a fake out? Because we were like, do we go through that one? Is that the right door?
It's glowing. Is this a trap?
That's what I thought. I'm like, no, it's a fucking trap. Like, you go through the door, and all of a sudden it's like a trap door underneath. You go through it, and as long as we all fall through, which would have been hilarious. Hilarious. I would have loved that. No clue. Only done it with you, Donkey. That's true. You have only done it with us, but that's fine though, because we are being hosted over at Novice Network. So I was, maybe, you never know. And you never know. Maybe there's somebody that is legit like running the even on YouTube later. If you can write down in the comment section what has been what like I feel like we've not experienced everything in the Aquapolis yet. Because I remember hearing there was an eighth floor. We haven't seen an eighth floor. Now I could be wrong, and I looked it up, but I couldn't. I haven't found an eighth floor. I remember there being an eighth floor. So I don't. I wish we can get a solid answer on that damn eighth floor. Unless it's like a special floor. I'm gonna go with special floors. Cause I like. I don't know. I just want more Aquapolis. Just give me more Aquapolis. What I really want is even with EverQuest raids, I like massive raids. Like I love, like I understand, like it's hard to get 24 people together to go do a raid, but I enjoy
It's hard to
that.
get 24 people to own time together.
That's true. That's so true. I get that. I get why they do their 24-man raids that way. I like the idea. Like WoW implemented this, and it's probably one of their better ideas. I rarely say that about Blizzard and its MMO, but I think the flex rating was really cool, and it would be kind of cool to see something where it's like, hey, we have this FC and we have a good group of people, but there's 9 of us, or there is 10 of us. It'd be kind of cool if they could do like a flex system, or throw a party in between, 8 and 24. That's like, hey, we got this. Like, it's a little bit harder, it's a little bit different. I'd be down. Flex, yeah, like Don't say Flex is legit. It's legit. It is. It is. You can go from 10 to 25, and it increases. If you bring 11 people, then it automatically tunes for 11 people. Bring 12, so on and so forth. I like that idea. Also give us raids. I would like to see, like, I like exploring raids as much as I like exploring dungeons. I think, like, I know the mock is very explorable. I would like to see that with Alexander. We're not going to see that with Alexander. It's rooms, but I do enjoy giant, like, to me, Wrath of the Lich King when you're going through, or even Black Temple. Black Temple is massive. It's this massive raid, but you go through this giant fucking temple. It's massive. There's like a harem section. There's like the dungeons in it. It's a giant temple. You have to go all the way to the roof and fight Illidan. It was badass. I loved exploring it. Like I know that they have a smaller development team and they have to concentrate on getting the content out and make these content patches. But I would love for them to take time and say, hey, listen, we're gonna make our 8-man player content raids more like our 24-man content raids, where it's these giant, like you get the fight, go through it. Like when you go through Void Ark, it felt awesome. Like I love that. Um, like especially because like you land on the ship and it's like it's a giant demon ship and it's in the sky. Like I'm into that. Like I need to see that it's real, and I need to go and explore in it because I like exploring. So that's me. I could also go for more stuff in the real world. I think that certain quality of life things, like I think gathering needs a boost. Having done leveled a carpenter, or woodsmith as I like to call it, the woodsmith, you can clearly tell that like carpentry was super cheap to level. Like power leveling wise, it was super cheap. I have friends like Shin who's doing goldsmith, and it's expensive. So I think adding a few more things to get people leveled in crafting classes and make them a little more appealing would have probably not hurt. Um, I would like to see maybe like I honestly separate the leaves. Have like crafting leaves, and have like here's your crafting leaves, and here's your battle quest, like your warrior, like your normal, like, all right, I want to level monk, but I exhausted all my leaves doing crafting, so that sucks. So I gotta slam all my dungeons. Crafting is awesome, but you need to do them all at once. Yeah, it is. Man, listen,
We don't have that much time or
or
money.
or you have everyone do one differently, and then you all help each other out. Because if Shin wants to level Woodsmith, guess what? I just like he could just go to do the leaves, and I'll just craft everything high quality for him and give it to him. And be like, here you go, just turn all these in. Enjoy your levels. Boom, 50 in no time. I just can't chop wood. Not, I mean, you know what I mean. You can't see his face, but he's judging me based on my answer. I was a botanist. You know what that means. Doing botany.
Punch trees, get wood.
Yeah, punch tree, get wood. The old Minecraft. The old Minecraft rule. Punch tree, get wood.
So you're talking about some of the larger dungeons there, and I didn't play WoW at all, so I can't speak to those raids specifically. But I think part of the issues with Final Fantasy and those type of that type of content as well is just that we are a lot of the Final Fantasy games is just made to be consumed in smaller chunks. Like you look at our dungeons, and most of these dungeons can be done in 20 to 40 minutes, and they have a hard stop timer of 90 minutes. You look at some of those raids that you would go raiding for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours at a time, and you clear one wing and you have to go back later. Like just Final Fantasy 14 is just not really set up for that type of length of content yet either.
Yet. You never know. They may pull the old switcheroo in 4.0.
True, like they could still do all of it, but just their their design philosophy so far has always kind of been do short content that everyone can consume quickly, so that you can kind of explore it, but you don't have to sit at your computer for 8 hours a day to experience everything out there. Like even some of the tougher raids, they've split it out into different pieces. Like there's different binding coils, there's the different Alexanders, and all of those different pieces of content. But they've split it out into different pieces so that you can experience each of them in small chunks.
Well, WoW did that as well. They did release wings. It's like you can do this wing this few weeks, and then wing 2 will come out. Like, but you still like, all right. Well, wing by wing, I mean like it was like you did the first floor or the first couple bosses, and then you waited a few weeks, and they all had that tier of raid gear, and then I get it. Like, I just want a bit like a big sprawling. Final Fantasy is about girth, not length. It's like a tuna can. It's all. What? Why did it?
Fishy?
Yeah. Jeez. Well, about that time, I guess. After that comment, it's called it a tuna can. I'm not gonna go into descriptions of why, but
Chicken of the sea.
ah, boy. What happened? We were up and we crashed again. It's great. So all right. So we were both pretty set on Alamigo. I mean, they could throw the curveball. I don't think they will. I would like to see. Definitely, like it's promising to know that more dynamic content is coming, and if and I've said it before and I'll say it again that if 3.3 is the standard of what they want the content to be, and it's the standard of difficulty for normal, we'll see good things going forward. Because Nidhogg was great, and I implore people that if you're listening to this and you've not tried 3.3, you're just coming back, and you're just like, no, I don't want to play Final Fantasy again, and you've not done. Like, you got to go through 3.1, 3.2. Just go through it. It's still pretty good. 3.3 is like your like own little nugget of happy at the end of it all, and it's totally worth it. And to know that that is going to set the standard going forward, totally worth it. Totally worth it.
For sure.
So, next week, we have something in the works. We can't talk about it yet until we get it finalized. So it may not happen next week. If it does, we will of course let everyone know. We're super excited about it as soon as we get the answer. And as soon as we get the answer, we'll get moving on that. So, If not, next week we will figure out what we're going to talk about. We did a little theory crafting for what the next patches are going to be. Um, let's see, the 19th is... So the servers may come down Monday, so you may have to hang out with us anyway. So
Yeah, so next week is 3.35 going live, so we might be there with patch notes and exploring what we're going to be doing after
yeah.
the deep dungeon comes out.
If you got nothing to do that Monday, come hang out here. It's probably, I mean, you could play a different game or like spend time with friends and family.
But just skip all of that and hang out with us.
Probably the better choice. You may get a live. Actually, that sounds like. Why don't we do that for a future bit? I think we should write an episode of Aqua Gleam Hunter Force and live table read it on the show. Like just 15 minutes of Aqua Gleam Hunter Force. I'm gonna make that happen. It's okay. I hit the play button, so anything else that comes after that, my hosts just kind of have to deal with me.
We're going for it.
Yeah, we're going for it. Thank you all. I'm gonna get us out of here because I think we did it. Episode 5. We did something. Thank you all for coming out and listening to us, and thank you to Ockmorn and the Novice Network for hosting us. If you enjoy this, more of this will be happening next Monday at 8 o'clock. Same Maelstrom time, same Maelstrom radio. Shameless promotion.
Maelstrom Chaos.
Yeah. Go subscribe to our YouTube. I can't say it's youtube.com/Maelstrom Radio. I can't do that yet until we get 100 people subscribing. That's just a Google YouTube rule. Just type Maelstrom Radio. You will see our symbol. It's the MR. You can call it Mr. if you want. Hey, Mr. And go follow us there. Follow us here so you know when we go live. We are attempting to stream more as often as we can here. Might stream some Aquapolis this weekend at some point. Get that going. And what else? We got anything else? Follow Shin at Shinter. Follow me at Flatus. Follow Carrie.
2 S.
Yeah, 2 T's, 2 S. Because some jerk took the other way. And never hasn't used it since like 26 or something, 2006. And then follow Super at Super Entertain is Carrie. He couldn't make it. He got stuck with real life raid boss. So work. But you can follow us all there. Follow us at maelstromradio.com. And I promise I will make it my goal. I have a lot of things going on this week, but I will make it my goal by this weekend or by after, probably this weekend. I will have all of us up on the Stitchers and on the iTunes and hopefully on Google Play. It is my fault. It's not out of laziness. It's just that I have a puppy and I have work. So, and if I could do it at work, I would totally do it at work. But I don't have that kind of internet access. So I will get that. I promise I will get it all set up. Thanks. You put it all in chat. Thank you all. So keep tuned, especially to our Twitter, because if we do get the news on what we have planned, we will announce it there first. And I promise you, you guys don't want to miss that news. Like, you seriously do not want to miss it. We're pretty excited about it. We're just waiting on feedback.
Spoilers.
It is a little spoilerly. I don't want to ruin it yet. So, thank you all. Bye bye. See you all next week for more Maelstrom Radio.
Till sea swallows all.